you're gonna have to learn to be okay that you're not for everybody. Your tea is not for everybody cup. But it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with your tea. You're just not for that cup. Like, take it for what it is and go find a cup that wants your tea.
All right. That is my favorite video.
You always got a surprise on her.
I play it every now and then. That is my favorite. That's one of my favorite little short clips of some, little words of wisdom that you like to spit out every now and then. But good evening and welcome to Hot Pink Pride Radio. I am your host and moderator, Cherie Stern, CEO of Honey Child Ministries, your mother, the Duchess, and I am honored and humbled to be joined by my friends this evening. These are some of the organizers and participants with the McQueen Foundation's Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. And this Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless is organized and hosted by the CEO and founder of McQueen International Foundation's international feeding organization. She's just carrying out the Great Commission as delivered by Yeshua, Jesus Christ, when he said, "Feed my sheep." This is true religion, okay? Greater love hath no man than this, that he would lay down his life for a friend. And Jesus said, if somebody asks you for your coat or to give them your cloak too. Okay, if he asks you to, if a friend asks you to go 1 mile, go twain. Okay, that's the King James version of that. Okay, so we will be talking to Deshambra McQueen tonight, as well as some of her friends and people that have been with her and helping her with not only this feeding endeavor, but also, just all the events in Dallas. And we're going to talk about all of that. And this Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless, Deshambra, is becoming a tradition, a lavish 5-star tradition for the homeless. I got my Honey Child white shirt ready. Okay. So that I can get out there and, and get to serving the people. So welcome back. Thank you again for coming and being. You're one of my most frequent guests. I sure do appreciate you for the content.
Right? I feel like I'm the next door neighbor now. I've been on here so much. I'm definitely.
Hey, you have to help a sister out. When I don't have content, I go out and see where you feeding somebody, and that's content for me.
Hey, let's get it going, girl. I'm all for the content, so I'm here for it.
Well, you know what? I wanted to give you the floor. Go ahead and just start me out. Say whatever it is that you would like to say. Let's start out talking about this dinner.
Yes.
Okay. And this is in partnership with, look at all of these different partners. And from what I understand, there's even more partners that are not on this list.
Yes, ma'am, it is. First, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm always super grateful, for you, even just to make this platform for people to be able to come on and just talk about what they're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's really a blessing to be heard and give people an opportunity to just tell their story, to tell about what they're doing. So I need you to know how important what you're doing is really, really important. So I just want to always show my gratitude and tell you thank you so much for that.
And I really do appreciate that. It's good to have the encouragement and support. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay? So this is our Thanksgiving dinner. This is actually our 6th annual. You know what? Honestly, we don't have so many. I don't know if this is the 6th annual, the 7th annual. I just know I started in 2015, so I be counting. Mm-hmm. Last year was 6. Then I was like, dang, no, actually this year is 6. I done lost count because I've been doing it for so long. Right. But this is the 6th annual Thanksgiving dinner. And each year we really strive to give this 5-star feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so this year we're having our 5-star Thanksgiving dinner. And what's special about this year, we're going to have all the volunteers dress up as waiters and waitresses. Mm-hmm. And the vision again came from God. I never want to take the credit because people are like, where you get this idea? I'm like, man, I was just sitting there and I was like, Lord, what to do for Thanksgiving? And I just saw a bunch of waiters going to hand the homeless some food on a platter. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how the vision came. So this year we're gonna have every single volunteer dressed up as a waiter and a waitress, and we're gonna serve them on silver platters. We're gonna have music out. We're gonna have dancers. We're gonna have two dancers. We're gonna have a couple singers and the choir gonna come out.
Mm.
This year is special due to COVID. Last year was our first year. Maybe we didn't have as many people because when COVID came, everybody was kind of frantic, and I get it, you know. But I'm so grateful that we were still able to feed the homeless that whole year. We did not miss a month. We did not miss anything. We were still able to, have our Thanksgiving dinner. So I guess this year, people feeling a little bit more secure, about the whole COVID thing. And when I tell you, everybody has come out the woodworks, and I'm like, hallelujah, Jesus. I love it.
Okay.
Like, I'm so grateful for all the partnerships. And, truthfully, I never expect nothing. I never go into an event saying, yeah, we're going to have this, or yeah, we're going to have that. I never go into these Thanksgiving dinners expecting nothing. I just know that it have to be done. So if I'm going to do it, or if the Lord going to bring somebody, I'm always happy, but I never go into it thinking like, boom. But the Lord always make a way.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? And this year, the Lord made a way, sister. Okay. And I remember so many Thanksgiving dinners, I went freaking broke trying to supply these dinners because it's the most expensive dinner. These dinners cost thousands of dollars, about $2,000, $2,500. I mean, it costs a lot with all the stuff I have to order, and it's just a lot more money than anything. And I used to really leave those dinners broke for many years. And the last maybe 3 years, I would say God really has started providing and making a way, and I'm just so grateful. And this dinner gonna be really special. We have a lot of special people coming out. A lot of old friends are coming out. A lot of people that I used to work with a long time ago, that used to help me a long time ago, that haven't been out in a while, is coming out. And it means more to me. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I always have my little moments, my little scary moments. I've been in this for almost 6, going on 7 years. And when I first started this organization, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know how to value people. I didn't know how to appreciate volunteers. I didn't know how to do it. So I had a lot of good people that left. But I remember last year, the Lord told me he was gonna bring people back because I was ready.
Okay, that part.
And girl, when I was like, what? He said the people that left, I was going to bring them back because now you are ready. And oh my God.
But you know what? Even as you went through with self-funding, with doing things just out of whatever you could pick up out of your pocket, really and truly, I can see myself in that position as far as building a organization as well, is that you have to, I think that in some way God wants to see it, like, is your heart into it, or are you just here to, to gain this and that, and snap a picture of yourself to say that you did something, and that could just be my low vibration.
No, sister, you are so right. If I tell anybody the Lord is gonna test your heart, is you really in this or not? I'm gonna put you through the mud.
Right.
So first, you ain't gonna have no volunteers. You're gonna be a little broke, and I'm gonna see if you're gonna continue to serve. I'm gonna see if you're gonna continue to show up. I'm gonna see if you're gonna make these sacrifices. Now, after you pass the test, once I see I can trust you, then I'm gonna bless you. But first, I need to make sure that I can really trust you before I start giving you donations and people sending you $20 and $40 and $100 and this and that. Can I trust you with nothing to still show up?
And just YOLO what you got, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I get it. Being in ministry for a while, I get it. But and sometimes you go through those things, and I'm sure some of the people that we have here watch, because I definitely want to get
absolutely
with them, because what we're moving to is that you, even as a CEO, nonprofit giant, this makes you also a unifier of people. Did you ever see yourself becoming a unifier of people, driving the life of an organism, with everybody having the same heart and the same desire.
Oh, that didn't happen until this year. And let me tell you how that happened. I got a lot of friends that's in organizations, so they was always calling me, kind of complaining about like nobody support, nobody do this. Hey, can you help me? Boom, boom, boom. So when I was making that partnership, that flyer, and I saw all those partnerships, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I said, Lord, you have really blessed me.
Yes.
I said, God, I want to help my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to share these partnerships with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord, like, this is really a blessing.
It
And
really,
so that's what made me come up with the community, because I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get all these partnerships together.
mm-hmm.
Since they like to help, I'm sure they can help the other people, my other friends, because this is unbelievable. You
It
know
is.
what I'm saying? And it's just something that came over me when I saw those partnerships. It was like I was so grateful, but
Yes.
then again, it was like, Lord, I got to help my friends too.
Mm-hmm. A
So
modern
that's what
day
made me,
Moses. Who did they
yeah.
use? Okay, I'm serious. A modern day Moses, and that leaves. I mean, I'm going to cut you off because
Yeah.
I'm not rushing at all. But I want to segue over into even our guests that you brought on with you
Yes.
tonight, and these have to be some very special people.
Special.
Because
Absolutely.
I told you, bring who you want to bring on. And that's not to say that anybody else is not special, okay? Please
Right.
don't, Lord, please, y'all don't get up in here saying like that. That's not what we say.
Yeah, each person have a special little story.
Right. So let's just start. I guess
Okay,
we'll start
cool.
here to, is this my left or my right? G. Lewis.
Yes. So,
Oh, go ahead. Just say
did you want me to say something about them, then let them talk?
You
Or was
can,
they-
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, please, go
Awesome.
ahead. Take your leisure.
All right, cool. So we're gonna start with Gigi. This is Jeanette Lewis with Kingdom Chaos. So before Jeanette talk, I'm gonna be honest. Jeanette is like my mentor. Jeanette is the behind the scene person. Jeanette is the person really that see the bad side of me, the rough side, the me calling, crying. Gigi, and then Gigi, the volunteers, and then the Gigi, that's what Gigi get. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Gigi is very spiritual and powerful. She have a gift. She can talk to the deceased people. I know this sound crazy.
No, it don't sound crazy to me. I'm right there. Go ahead.
And she helped me exercise my spiritual powers. I'm gonna say this one little story. I'm done. One day, it's some people on her wall right behind her, and I don't know none of them personal. And one day, she brought me in a room, and she said, "I want you to look at all these people." And I said, "Okay, Gigi." She said, "Now tell me something about each person." And I told her something about each person that I didn't even know nothing about them, and I was right.
Wow.
So she a person that really helped me. I can have those you know how some people you can have those conversations with?
Yes.
Because some people you might be like, man, that's crazy. You might, but I'm like, Gigi, I know this sounds crazy, but I had a dream in this big old circle and it was this and that and that. She was like, no, this is really, it's just really this level that I get to open up with her with. So then I'll let her go ahead. So that's my story with Gigi.
Well, that's wonderful. Gigi, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your organization and, just take your time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, McQueen. I felt like I just had like a little bit of a coming out party. Talk about things we don't talk about, but we talk about it. But yes, I'm the founder of, let me know if I'm being too loud or too excitable. But I'm the founder of Kingdom Chaos. I would consider myself more of a personal and spiritual development advisor, coach, consultant. And, to DeChambeau's point, there are a lot of levels to this spiritual thing. And as of right now, there is no separation between reality and the spirit realm and the earthly realm. There is none. There never actually was, but we have not actually been able to utilize or understand that, God is not just relegated to Sundays.
Right.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday communication. It's a personal relationship. Mm-hmm. And so I have been blessed to actually watch McQueen just grow from 6 years ago. I was
Mhm.
fresh from San Antonio. My family and my little crew showed up because of an invite to her first feed, and I was like, what is going on here? And it was actually, to your point earlier, it was one of those seen and be seen. There were more voyeurs than there were participants or volunteers per se, to now 6 years later seeing that this thing has literally cultivated
A
people
community.
with true servants' hearts.
Yes. A community
pure-
of servants. Yes.
A community
absolutely.
of servants, pure good hearts. People are here because of the relationship with Creator, relationship with McQueen, but truly they're not doing this because they want to be seen. They're not doing this because God says so. They're doing this because they see this community that we're serving as family and deserving to be loved on, deserving of comfort, deserving of being given the same nourishment and amenities that we have on an everyday basis that we may take for granted. And so as far as McQueen is and her foundation and this Thanksgiving feed, like to see it at this level, I'm not surprised.
Absolutely.
I'm not surprised at all. And you know, it is about stewardship.
Mhm.
If you can make something out of nothing, you're already special, right? And
Okay, you a magician, honey.
a straight up alchemist, okay? And I've seen her work 3 jobs. I've had conversations with her at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, freezing in the warehouse, just trying to make sure that her feeds are well funded and that everybody has what they need. It was pure personal sacrifice.
Right.
And I said, anybody that moves like that, I'm going to support them in any capacity that I can.
Right.
And so we've developed a friendship, a bond, a love, and a respect for one another that I do not take for granted. And I'm grateful to be a part of her life. And also, I thank you for the opportunity to be here to share part of the story.
Absolutely. And we'll have to get definitely some more information about Kingdom Chaos, because I can only imagine what that even stands for. Okay, we shaking up the world around here, bringing the kingdom down, right?
Yes.
I get it.
Some things have to be torn down in order to have build a solid foundation. And you know, they call it tower moments. I don't know if you're like into tarot.
I'm into it.
Okay, so
I'm all over it.
You got those tower moments, and most people are, you know, they get shook. You know, things happen, things don't necessarily feel good, but it always brings about a new beginning. And my thing is whatever we got to tear down, whatever you need help with, so that you can see clearly, so that you can actually align yourself with the higher self, with spirit, like whatever you got to do, let's tear those things down so that you can breathe and decide what you want to create from this point on moving forward.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Wow. And that's one thing about it, McQueen, because the people that are involved, they're from all different parts of life with different purposes in their life, going about, you know, achieving and doing the things that God has, you know, that spirit has put in them to do. But it's also different, but it's all for one goal. You know, to create that spirit of heaven on earth, you know, because that's what it really is at the end of the day. You know, it's not about dying and going to one place or the other. It's about using what you have in this life right now to create heaven on earth for everybody, regardless of their station in life.
Yep, absolutely.
So then we have Coach Trent.
Oh, yeah. So Coach Trent, man, me and Coach Trent went to freaking minister school before I barely knew anything about Jesus. How long ago this been? About oh, you're on mute.
Yeah.
About, I don't know. It's been some years.
About 8, 9 years. I don't know. Yeah, we went to minister school together long time ago. And man, doing minister school, we was, even at that time, we still had our little relationship. You know how when you go through like a sorority together and you have like that person that's going through it with you, like that's your partner, that's your friend, that's your your person.
Yeah.
Trent was definitely that person doing minister school. That's when I was fresh into Jesus. Like I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be a minister, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing at that time. I think
We
my mom
usually
told
don't.
me, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing then. I was just like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. And you know what's so crazy? Trent is a true example. With true friends, you don't have to talk to them every day.
Mhm.
Me and Trent didn't talk for years, but we communicated like maybe through social media, but just having communication. Like we didn't talk for years, but when it was the right time, when it was
God always
the right time,
orders your steps.
God ordered the steps, and Trent, you know, we came back into each other's life when it was needed more than anything. And to bring things up to date now, you know, when I'm out at events, Trent is like my right hand man, praying with me out there, making sure you know the traffic going right, the homeless doing the right thing. When I'm hopping out my truck and the truck's still running, Trent making sure ain't nobody jumping in my truck, making sure just it's a flow, just literally like a blessing. I mean, a blessing from the Lord. Even helping me with this event. I was like, Trent texting, hey, you need help with something, sis? You need me to do something? I'm like, oh God, Trent, out of nowhere. And I started texting Trent all the passwords, the logins, to all the spreadsheets.
Okay.
Let me see my notes on iPhone. Baby, you don't got to tell me twice. Let me send you everything. Here you go. You know, but it's been such a blessing, amazing prayer warrior. You know what? You got to have friends that can pray with you.
You got to. Oh my God.
Sorry, with this world, what's going on? I need people that can pray. We can talk and have some spiritual conversations that we can get down and start getting in the mud and dirty, and we can make some stuff happen. Because that's the mission that I'm on. You know what I mean? So you got to have people that can get down with you, because there's gonna be some strong stuff out there sometimes. It's gonna take all of us.
I'm telling you. All of us, you know, all of us. It takes all of us.
It takes all of us. It's a team, you know.
Really
and so Trent, Coach Trent, which also is a mentor, do marriages, do everything. Coach Trent, don't spill the beans on what you do, mentor.
You know, wow, I'm over here getting full. Y'all know me. The energy get to going, and I start.
I know, right?
But first, I want to say thank you to everybody to just you, number one, honey, y'all letting us have this opportunity. I am a preaching life coach, so if I get excited, y'all gotta tell me to calm down.
Go ahead.
I start revving up, but to McQueen, you know that I love you, and I just appreciate you for being obedient to God and to Spirit, because had you not been obedient to the promise that you made to God, we would not be together in this moment. Because many of us make promises, but we don't keep them. Right? We tell God, if you get me out of this, I promise I'm gonna do that. So if you wouldn't have kept your promise, we wouldn't be getting ready to celebrate this Thanksgiving again. If you wouldn't have kept your promise, all those people we fed. Last year was the very first time I missed a Thanksgiving. I've been at every one, but I had COVID last year. And so here I am able to be able to come back out because I'm here alive. I'm able to take a deep breath this year.
Yes.
But it was supposed to be another way, right? And so I am just grateful. I am the CEO and founder of Love Your New Creation Connection Center. I am a spiritual and mental health life coach. We do have so many things going on, but this flyer here, we're keeping our people warm this year. So we've been collecting coats and socks and blankets. We're going to give them out at the Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless. So the flyer's there. If you want to hit us up on Facebook at Link Together, INC Together, you can get in touch with McQueen. Also, the Loach Express, another one of my friends in community. You know, we pull everybody.
Okay.
She's also has a wonderful organization where she takes care of folks in community. So we're all just partnering together because, hey, my mentor tells me that one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. And so we all got to work together. But I'm just grateful to just have you in my life, sis. I met all these wonderful people, you know, and like you said, we got to pray for each other because, hey, I need somebody to pray for me when I'm praying for you. So,
right.
Y'all, thank you for allowing me this moment and this opportunity.
Well, thank you for being here. And, I'm so delighted to meet you. I think probably all of you have had more time, being a supporter of this organization. But one thing that it does is that it does give the person that is reaching in to to find inspiration, okay, direction, purpose. That type of an organization is really what we need. It's not, it's, yes, you want people to have the same spirit. You want people to have, you want people to have the drive for it that you do. You want to find people whose heart is in it just as much as yours. But then you want to find people who will take that beginning and start something else. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I think what it looks like these partnerships to me are, like you said, people coming back, that started out before. Maybe what they took from this sparked their journey, and pushed them further into their destiny. And because they were able to go a little further with what God gave them to do, then they can come back home. You can call it home, to where it began, just so they can, even if it's just so they can see where they started from and where they are now. Because we need to know that we made progress. Now, this lady over here,
Lord,
you're right.
oh my God,
I've seen this lady and this young man, and he is, honey, talk about a prayer warrior. Okay,
that's Boom Boom and my sister Lucretia. I've been knowing Lucretia before I even started the nonprofit.
wow.
Let me tell y'all, so y'all can know how powerful this woman is. She is the first woman to own and operate a women's football team. I played on a football team. You see, she be on a low. That's why she
I
on
didn't know that.
powerful. Been on been on the news, newspapers, know how to scale a business.
Wow.
The knockouts, a fully loaded women's football team, the first women's football team in Dallas. She was the owner.
Wow.
All right. So I need y'all to know how powerful she be on the low now. She does, she be chilling now. But my sister is powerful.
Okay. Power.
I'm telling you. We used to live in the same apartment. She pretty much know my journey from way. Look at Boom Boom. She been through the hardest parts probably of my life. When I was D baby, y'all don't know much about D baby. That's that tattoo right here. Y'all know about D baby. That's a whole another person right there.
That sounds like a stripper name.
That was a hardcore stud. I'm just letting you know now. That's D baby. That was a stud, okay. But she knew D baby, the crazy D baby, and she was always, that friend that probably know you crazy, but still be like, sis, they still be trying to support you and still try to. She was that friend, and long story short, she ended up moving out of town, and then she ended up moving to Dallas, and I was like, sis, No, I think she started coming to Feed the Hum. I don't remember if I asked you. I think I asked, or did you ask? I can't remember. But I said, sis, come on, I need you to be on the team because she's powerful. Mm-hmm. Listen, when a leader know their strengths and they know their weaknesses, I done the best I can to scale this nonprofit on my own.
Yeah.
I have done probably the best I can. It's only so much more I probably be able to do, how to brand and stuff. And a real leader know, like, hey, okay, you got a strength, you have a strength, you have a strength.
Right.
And it's going to take all these strengths now to bring this bigger vision that the Lord gave me. You know? So as a leader, you have to recognize it's only so much you do. God will bring the other people in, but sometimes we get caught up and not want to. I'm fine with, okay, cool. You want to do it? Babe, I asked Chris. I told Chris, I said, I done did my time. You want to do it? What's going on? Shoot, you want you want me to give them your phone number to text you and call you? You know what I'm saying? But you recognize it, and God make a foundation. If you think of a foundation, it's something that's built upon. It ain't built on one person. It's a big thing for everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's got to hold a whole structure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's room for everyone. It's not for me. It is. So like I said, she's just been amazing. Then we got a little Boom. Y'all, believe it or not, Boom is really gonna be, he's the next me. So when I get that little old age and stuff, Boom is gonna be running the foundation. So that's why I have him do so much. That's why he's really, I just put him out there. That's why I talk about him a lot, because he's gonna be the one that, take that position. I mean, it's about raising the next generation. Guess what? You want to keep it going. Whatever, when I get older or whatever, guess what? McQueen Foundation needs to keep going. I need me a younger generation. So I need to start teaching younger people what to do, how to feed the homeless. That's how you think when you think of a legacy. It ain't about, I done done whatever. Now it's about building a legacy now, something that's going to go forever.
Yes.
So Boom is like literally the next generation. So that's why I put so much with him and, teaching him stuff and let him do a lot. And he loved it so much.
And he is going to be phenomenal.
He's going to be amazing.
A prophetess. I'm speaking it into existence, right?
Yes.
He has everything he needs already.
He is amazing.
God is just going to put into this young man. I can, foresee it. So definitely. You want to come on and unmute your mic?
Go ahead and mute your mic, sis. And y'all, one last thing. Boom had a video. He was shooting a video, y'all, and he canceled his video and told the people he got to go feed the homeless.
Oh. Okay.
He came to the homeless all dressed up in his little video outfit, his little music video outfit, and he said he couldn't go. He told the people he had to go feed the homeless.
Okay.
So go ahead, Cree.
So yeah, everything that Dee said, me and Dee we have been through a whole lot together. So honestly, I tell her this all the time. Clearly, I'm a crybaby, so we're not gonna do that today, hopefully. But I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of how far she's come. Her potential is there's no ceilings. Like she's always been destined for greatness, though.
Mom, you're making me mess up, Mike.
I'm making him mess up. Oh, matter of fact, it's almost time to get the kid in the back. Can you tell them what the McQueen Foundation means to you? Well, first, what's your name?
My name is Substance. And what I think of Foundation McQueen is that everything else we get to feed everyone and make sure no one's hungry and yeah.
So the McQueen Foundation is everything. Now go be great. Go get in the bathtub for school. Okay.
Thank you for sharing him with us.
Oh, of course. But as I was saying, Dee it's just crazy where she's gonna go. And I've always known it. I just didn't know. I didn't know how she was gonna do it, but I knew that she would. I always knew she would be great. As far as the McQueen Foundation, I was here, and then I went back home to Hannah, and she would always send me things, let me know what they were doing, and I could never get back up here at the right time. And I told her, I'm coming back, sis. Like, I'm coming back to Dallas, and came back. And of course, with my son, that's an even greater experience because it's something that we can do together, and he really enjoys it. I mean, in his nightly prayers, he's praying, and just, I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing. And
it truly is. It is. It's always really great to see, especially the kids, out doing what we're doing. It's so great to see them have a heart for it, to actually see that they really enjoy it. Like it's not a chore, right. It's not something that the mama making me do. I actually want to do this,
He's up and ready before it's time to get out the door. And like Dee said, he was casted for a video with the 69 boys. And I was like, what's going on? No, we have to feed the homeless, or are you going to go? Oh, no, mommy, no. Homeless, they're our friends. We have to feed our friends. We have to go feed our friends. So he's serious about it. And it's just a beautiful thing for me to see in my 5-year-old. Because he's 5 going on 15, but still, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, train up a child in the way that he should go, and he will not depart from it. I'm a definitely living witness. Yeah, but he'll know how to to climb the many mountains that will come. He'll either learn how to climb them or move them, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we, I mean, some of us be on some of that Lord don't move my mountain stuff when really we can just tell it to be, cast into the sea and, go jump in a lake. Okay, so it's really, depending on, on your what you want it to do. But that kind of leads me into your statement about D baby. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that because of course, I even became aware of the organization through the LGBT community. And so one thing that I mean, I don't know if anybody, and I definitely don't want to pigeonhole the organization because it's made up of so much more. Okay, so much the cooperation. First, we're going to start at the top. How do you even begin to organize people, to get them to communicate with each other, to get them to not feel like they're in competition, and just so that legacy can be built, so that you can keep your promises. I mean, how does that even start?
So, I really, when it comes to the foundation, I can't say, let me just say this. In my personal life, I really try my best to operate in the kingdom.
Yes.
But we are human.
Mm-hmm.
I have my moments. I'm human. But when it comes to the foundation, I really operate in the kingdom.
Yes.
It's
Kingdom
really
mindset.
kingdom led, 100% kingdom led.
Mm-hmm.
And so by me operating that way with the foundation, it teaches me how to have relationships, how to talk, how to ask for what's needed, how to give value. It's a lot of us. People see what's on the outside. They see the events, they see the flyers, but it's a lot of behind the scene work that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I have relationships with every person. It takes, you can't just go ask people, hey, can you do this? And can you do that? It builds up.
Yeah.
Being there for people. Simple, liking on a post. Hey, you look cute. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing a flyer. The basic things that we think that don't matter,
yeah,
it matters. So, this happens by building relationships with people and showing your heart.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about me, I have never been afraid. I have been very vulnerable on my journey.
Mm-hmm.
And me being vulnerable and telling my story, showing my weakness, showing the great moments, showing the not so great moments, it has connected with people.
I'm so glad you said that because even as far as building this platform with Honey Child Ministries, I've had to, delayer and really show my authentic self, because, people won't, if they don't know you or if they don't feel like they know you, then the support is just not going to be there. So you have to be real. You have to keep.
You have to be real. You have to say, "Hey, my story has been my story."
Right.
Well, number one, let me tell you what everybody tell me why they support, because I have been committed.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number one thing. The support has grown because I've been committed. How many times have we seen people that start stuff and stop?
Yeah.
But you want me to give you some money? I don't know if you're gonna do this next month.
Right.
But you want $100 from me, $20 from me? Who's to say you ain't gonna stop?
Right.
So the number one reason people say that they support, man, you've been committed. You've been doing this for a long time. They know what they expect. They expect for us to fight against hunger every month. They expect for us to have a Thanksgiving dinner. They expect this is what they expect all the time. So in order to get that commitment and people to support, you have to be committed to the mission. This is my life. This is what I do. Through good times, bad times, when I'm married, divorced, single, when I'm broke, when I have $1 million, I'm still gonna be dedicated to this mission, and that's what I've been for 6 straight years. I have been dedicated.
Right. And the thing about it is that that dedication has even, you know, the far reaching arms of this organization, really, I can in my mind see arms around the world as far as the McQueen Foundation is concerned, because you're
Absolutely.
feeding people in what, 4 countries?
3 countries.
Huh? 3?
Yeah, we'll say 5. No, it's 3 countries. Well, we can say 5. You know what I'm saying?
We can say however many countries that it is.
We don't say
because
12.
If there's hunger, then you might as well speak it into existence, right?
She's global.
Right? That's how it started. Shoot.
She's global. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
Because it's really phenomenal, though. It's really amazing because some people's organizations don't go past their city limits, you know, and so there takes a great organization. There has to be some type of an organizational mind, because everybody does not do that.
Yeah, it's a mindset, and that's why I created the group. My goal is to really teach people. Again, I'm not saying that I'm just this big whatever and I got it all, but I really want to teach the mindset of this. I literally started this in my trunk.
But let me interrupt you there with what you say. You know, it's not everybody, but there are pockets of people all over this world that God has put in position to do this thing that you do, because everybody can't do it, but you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And when you do it, then you have 20 other organizations. You know, it starts from a seed and it grows. It's like a tree that grows branches. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the root. But as they go on, some is going to grow into a limb, some are going to grow into a leaf, some are going to grow into an acorn, you know. So it takes that, you know. So, I mean, I'm just really honored, like I said, and humbled and privileged just to be a part of the organization, because in these couple of years that I've begun my own organization and have come through and we've shared, you know, I've grown as you've grown. And I see that just for myself, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm, you know, giving credit on that end, but the inspiration to do better and to do more and to keep fighting. You know, to not let go of your dream. And then you feel, and you know, these are people that you know, and then they feel like, well, you know what, if she can do it, then doggone it, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So we don't, you know, that kind of thing. And even if I can't do it on that scale, I can do it, you know, on the scale that I can do it. You know, it gives a person a reason not to give up.
It's about the possibilities.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you have people that, especially, you know, surrounding McQueen, you have people that are different templates or examples of certain things. It just depends on what success looks like to you. You know, what's for you is for you. What your purpose is will go as far as you perceive that it can go.
Right.
There really are no limitations on any of us.
Absolutely.
But we have a wonderful example in McQueen of what that looks like.
Yeah. Well.
And the crazy thing is, I don't know how many times I tell Gigi, dang, Gigi, I wish I was you. She'll tell you all the time, Gigi, I wish I had your mind. I wish I had this, Gigi. I wish I had that, Gigi. You know, so though people may look and see this, I have things in all my friends. I'm like, dang, I wish I had that from you, Cretia. Ooh, that's ooh, dang, I wish I can do that like her. Oh, I wish I can do that like Trent. I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish I still look at people and be like, dang, if I just had what they had, I'd really be farther.
Then your story would be different. And your reach would be different.
I'm just being honest, like how I think. You know, people may look at me and be thinking, but I'll be looking like, dang, if I had that, oh yeah.
And it's funny because she has said that to me, and it's humbling because I see her success, and I know that there is so much more. And it's like, but if you had what I had, then you would have to go through what I went through in order to have it.
Okay, come
So
through.
your testimony would be completely different. Your reach will be completely different. I know that I'm not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've always known that, and it doesn't
Right.
bother me. But for you have to be accessible. You have to be relatable and approachable.
Right.
There's a reason why I move the way you move, and there's a reason why you move the way you move. So yeah, you can have some of these things, but your story would be completely different if you had to walk in my shoes for a little while.
Right. And it's that diversity that makes that makes things, go round and round. And that's the beauty of that diversity, is that you can take that best quality that you see in somebody else, and you can't duplicate it in your own life because you don't know what she did to get that, but you can be like, you know what, whatever drive and determination, let me reach down in myself and pull that type of thing out of me and see if I do have something like that that's going to blast my dreams into the stratosphere.
Right.
Exactly that. And I think, especially with the Good Hearts group and with other communities built like that is a reason why we're responsible for sharing our gifts, our talents. So yeah, there are attributes and things that we have that are meant to be duplicated, because this is about legacy building. This is about building the kingdom. You should duplicate yourself. And if you can pour in, just like I pour into McQueen and like I pour into my clients and pour into everybody, if I can pour in whatever I have, you may not move the way I move with it, but you're going to finesse it the way that you need to finesse it in order to make it whatever your goals are come to fruition. And that's the beauty of it. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Coach Trent, I'm ready to hear that the good old preacher's cadence jump in here every night.
I was getting ready to say something. It's funny you say that, because I was listening to McQueen, say this, and we're always the biggest critics of ourselves. You will always grade yourself that way when you grade your own paper. But when somebody else grades your paper, they will never grade you the way you grade yourself. Right. And so, of course, when I'm grading myself, I'm saying, "Ooh, I wish that I wrote that the way you wrote it. I wish I did that the way you did it." But then when someone else grades you, they're like, "Man, McQueen, you got that. Look what you did with this foundation. Look where it's at. You way up here, and you're sitting at home and you making this flyer, and you done did it 32 times because you like, no, you still thinking about, I had a speech impediment. I didn't type it right. The words ain't going together. It ain't sounding right. You played this video. I don't look the way. I don't like where my hair is. But everybody else is saying, man, look where this girl done came from.
Right.
So
wow.
You grade yourself. You will always grade yourself that way, because we should not be grading our own paper. In school, we never graded our own papers. There was always someone else grading us. And so I wanted to honor you in this moment, because you are your biggest critic, yet you have all these people around you that are showing you. I think the question was asked, how do you get all of us together? And I think, usually in our community, you don't get these many people together without drama and fussing.
Right,
you
that's
don't.
what I was gonna say.
I think the reason why it happens is because you lead with a servant's heart. And whenever there is servant's heart out, and we're serving, there's no room for error. There's no room for drama. There's no room for mess. Because when you lead with servanthood, no one can come in with a big I and a little u. We all come in with the attitude of, we're just here to serve. I'm just here to work. I don't care about this org, don't get along with that org.
Right.
You got $1 million grant. I got a $500 grant. I don't have no money. I'm broke. You got money. You got 5 members. I don't have no board. We just here to serve. Mm-hmm. And so when you say text this number to serve, I'm just here to text to serve. You didn't ask what's the name of your organization. You just said text to serve. Send the flyer if you want to serve. Sign up to serve. Everybody in black and white. I didn't say you could wear your shirt. I didn't say you could wear your shirt. We all gonna look the same. We all gonna do the same thing. And so if we're here to serve, there's no room for error. There's no room for anybody to have any ill intent. And I think that's what makes you unique, because you lead with a servant's heart from the beginning.
Ooh, Trent, hold on. I got the piggy bank. That was so freaking powerful, boy. Serving, I was just thinking, I think I was driving today. I was thinking about the enterprise, McQueen Enterprise, and I was thinking about my clients. And one of my clients, I was doing some videos for him, and it's a big old man, big and strong. And when I got done and I showed him his pages and stuff, this man was about to cry. Mm-hmm. And I said, God, I'm still serving. I said, it ain't the homeless. It's I'm serving the homeless.
You serve who you serve.
Regular people. I said, oh my God, like like life is about freaking serving. I have scaled in life by serving.
Yeah.
I have not done nothing in serve. The foundation I serve, McQueen Enterprise I serve. The circle I'm gonna be serving. My life is based around serving people.
Period.
And serving has got me to, I don't have to go to a 9 to 5. I don't have no job. My job is every day is to wake up and serve.
Yes.
It's the most powerful thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's so powerful when it hit me that the McQueen Enterprise, I'm serving still.
Yes.
And you're right. When I connect with people, or when people ask me something, like I be peeping stuff. Honestly, I learn from other people. I don't say nothing, but I peep. I'm like, dang, you know what? They tripping, man. They can have more members if they don't act like that. They can have members if they stop.
But that's what's important, McQueen. And I'm so glad that you segued into McQueen Enterprises. This is going to be a branding business, but also people need to, if they don't already have the right attitude, they need to be given the right attitude. They need to be taught the right attitude, and they need to know what works and what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? You can still be assertive and you can be strong, but you don't have to be rude. You know what I'm saying? You said it this way, but why don't you try saying it that way? So people need to know, because a lot of businesses fail because the CEO is an asshole. Okay. Yeah. So, but people, especially in the area of service, okay, especially because when you serve, then it's not about you. It's about who you're serving. And people sometimes need to be given that attitude in addition to the branding, okay, the website, and all of those other wonderful, aesthetics that come along with being in business. But the main thing that Coach Trent, that y'all, even with Cree being an owner of a football team, that takes a different type of attitude, to even start, And so even if you got that revelation about McQueen Enterprises, then that means you're going to go into it with that mindset. So when the people come to you to help them with their image, okay, we need to, they need to know, first of all, you can't give a false image, whatever image you get, okay? Because don't the Bible say, down with them false images and idols? Now, come on, let's keep the word alive.
No, it's not good to do. God's showing people up these days, so you better just be real as possible, because He's showing people up now.
Be real with yourself first. Listen,
it is about authenticity, straight up. Because honestly, and this thing has been in my head since this weekend, but Spirit said that there will be separation from the wheat and the chaff.
Yes.
Ooh, look, that's a word. We all got that. That's the word. We got everybody tapped in, because I got that too. Come on with it.
You got it. So there was this thing about harvesting, but we're not going to focus on the harvesting. There is a process that happens in order to get the seed, right? And so I don't know if you guys have noticed this, especially with the COVID. You probably noticed it with the horrible weather that we had earlier this year. But there is going to be a separation, and there has already started being a separation between, how can I say it? The ne'er-do-wells and those with the right heart, those in relationship and those who have lost their way. And you're starting to see a separation in that. And so
a great divide,
a humongous divide. And that is intentional. Yeah. And so right now, the ask that I'm asking people is to really assess their hearts.
Yes.
Assess their hearts. This is about authenticity and about purity right now, and about your personal relationship with yourself and with God, or with Creator, or however you identify, because it's about the kingdom. There's no one culture. There's no one voice. That doesn't exist in this realm, right? And so I lost my mind for a minute there, but it's there's this separation. And so what used to be permissible, the greed, the government, all of that, those things are falling apart. We're watching it every day, and it's becoming more and more apparent. And you can stay asleep if you want to, but right now it's time to prepare your heart, prepare your home, prepare your legacy, prepare your finances, everything that needs to be touched that you are a steward over. You need to be really paying attention to those things and making sure that you're good, you know. And
Because
so,
you know, I wish somebody had a time to preach about the wicked servant. But come on.
you're gonna need about 5 more episodes.
I know, right? I'm
So
gonna have them too. I'm gonna have them.
we're gonna tag team
The
Trent. We're
people
gonna
ain't
tag team
really
on
ready
it.
to hear it.
They not.
Yeah.
To hear it and receive it the way they really need to. But it's
Yeah.
funny you said that, because I literally just last night I was like, listen, you really got to search your heart and really deal with yourself. And then when you deal with it, then protect your heart. Because once you deal with it, it's gonna be in some pieces. So you're gonna have to protect what you got left, because you got to deal with yourself first and get ready for what's to come.
It's
And some
cleanup
people
time.
you don't
Yeah.
want, Michael Jackson said it best: deal with the man in the mirror. Yeah, you got to deal with the man in the mirror.
And back in the day, I ain't trying to be funny, but I feel like God is putting a lot of pressure now. He was a little chill back in the day, but you know what? That I searched the heart thing is really what it is now. You can't just be doing anything nowadays and expecting God just to bless it. He ain't blessing anything no more.
Okay.
I'm back in the day, you used to be able to get away with something. Boy, these days you ain't getting away with nothing no more. You can't even attempt to do something. The Lord ain't blessing it no more, because it's the heart. God ain't playing no more
At all.
God is really searching the heart. That heart has to be pure. When you talking to people, when you looking at people post, you make sure ain't no little jealousy in your heart.
Okay.
Make sure you ain't feeling stuff. Little stuff be mattering.
It does matter. It does matter, because it's your secret thoughts that the Lord is concerned about. It doesn't matter even what comes out of your mouth or what you show. It's your secret thoughts.
It's the secret thoughts that matters.
People
So
don't.
look,
we can get a whole sermon right here, y'all.
we need another day, so we can have another day whenever y'all get ready to. Okay, Cree, I want you to, if you say, you may not even talk that much. You're so beautiful. You could just sit there for, and not say nothing. But I'm just not gonna let you get away with it, because I know that your hand is heavy in this project.
I'm more of a pen and paper type of. I can handle that end of it. Or
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Basically, I try to tell McLean all the time, girl, delegate some of this stuff. Stop trying to do everything. But I think that she not necessarily finds it hard, but the foundation is just everything to her. So she just kind of guards things, right? Like, girl, tell me what you need done, and I can get it done. And for the most part, I get done what she allows. But I think another, and I was thinking about this when we were talking earlier. I think one of the reasons that you are as successful as you are is because your heart is pure. Everybody that you come in contact with, I don't care if they're one of our homeless friends and don't have the best hygiene, or if it's one of the volunteers that's driving the Benz. Everybody is the same. I can honestly say that I have never seen any jealousy from Dee in this relationship for 20 years. I mean, it's hard to describe her. But basically, I just try to be an extension of her. Whatever she's done, I just do it.
Yeah,
and you need that. You've got to have people. I mean, I've been manifesting divine relationships and good connections, and even though I love everybody, even cutting out toxicity, there's some, people will come and go, and they may come back, but when they come back, they're going to come back healed. Okay. They're going to come back with a greater purpose and, something that was given to them from the divine, So, I mean, I would love to go on and on. I mean, you know, about this. I wanted to keep it under an hour, and we've been on
Oh,
an
Lord,
hour
we're gonna hit a
already.
Howard.
You know, but I mean, but I don't want to stop anything. That's what editing is for. You know, we can cut, we can make 2 videos. So I'm not, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I just wanted to give this, not even just the event, but all of the other things that have come from, that will come from the event, things that went into it and things that will go forth from it. You know what I mean? Because it's been so many things, so many wonderful things have happened just in the planning process of this year's dinner. You know, yeah, we got 5 other ones behind us, but this year was a little bit different.
Absolutely. Definitely different. This is the first time having a circle, a community. This was something brand new I've never thought of doing. And, you know, I'm excited for the dinner. I'm super excited. It's going to be amazing. But I'm even more excited after the dinner for what's going to happen with the community. Because it's going to free me up. You know, honestly, I really am. It's going to really free me up, and that's really going to be the fruitful thing that's going to be so impactful. So,
well, I do want you to talk a little bit about the McQueen Enterprise, about the branding part, because of course, people will be coming to you, you know, for guidance, advice, you know. So, you know, can you give us just a little bit of nuts and bolts going forward?
yeah. So, I would definitely say that number one, I have not even marketed McQueen Enterprise a lot. And I've been super busy, like clients just been coming, you know, and I'm super grateful for that. And I'm learning so much. And I'm even learning the power of God. I have so many clients that I've never been in the industry. And the moment I meet them, I can just brand them just like that. And I'm bringing a post in their Instagram and I'm typing for them like I'm them. And when I post it, like, you know, it's just so powerful. And I be reading their stuff in the comments and they friends be saying stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is powerful.
Yeah.
And all my clients right now are literally 6 figures and plus. And what's powerful about it, I remember God telling I don't know if it was God or I have this feeling. I feel like I'm gonna be a millionaire. And you know, and my sponsors are millionaires. And I'm like, God, you put me in the middle of all these people. It is so powerful to come from nothing and just to be in the middle and have this close relationship with these people. Like these people, one of my clients just sent me a message, very well-known guy, and he said, hey, what do I need to do? I need you on full-time with my company now.
Wow.
And I'm like, dang. You know, so the future of the enterprise is to actually for me to bring on other people and to teach them what I'm doing so I can be more free and go out and do other things to bring more people in and more clients. So let's say, example, I'm gonna say, okay, Cree, I need to teach you how to make Canva graphics. I need to teach you how to make reels. I got 5 clients. All my clients get 3 reels a week. Okay, so we need to make 14 reels this week for 5 clients. Okay, so I will teach her how to make reels the way they like it, because obviously they like the way I do it. So I will teach her how to make them the way I like it. You know what I mean? So I want to get people and teach them how I brand, and then I will set out my partners to my clients. Because right now I'm doing every person by myself.
Okay.
So I want to build a community. So let's say somebody, you know, I can officiate weddings. So let's say someone want me to officiate a wedding. Well, guess what? Now, you know, I got Trent on my team on a part of the enterprise. So now, hey, Trent, I got a wedding this weekend. Would you like to take this wedding? Boom. Okay, cool. I'm going to send out somebody from the enterprise to do the wedding. So the goal is to bring people on so I can service them out clients. So that's where the enterprise come from. Bring people on, I service them my clients. So let's say you do lashes, because everybody come to me for everything. So guess what? Come on to the enterprise, and I guarantee you I can get you some clients. I just got
Okay.
to market it now that McQueen Enterprise, we do lashes. That's all I
Now,
say. You get it? So now
okay.
I can get you some clients. So
Well, I
that's
do
the goal is to build
TV.
it and do content where the entrepreneurs are coming, because this is what I do with my clients. I bring them in the office. We have a content day. I do pictures for them. I do videos for their business. So my big goal is to have a building where entrepreneurs can come in, and there's different rooms. So there's different content rooms with these different backdrops and different backgrounds. You can get your makeup done. You get your haircut. You getting set up to be branded by us.
Okay.
Yep. So that's like
Branded.
that's the overall goal, to get people on the team that I can teach to do this. But with our circle, I want to do group stuff. That's how you build. I'm gonna show how you build. The way I'm gonna build this enterprise is by me giving value.
Absolutely. Well, I can't
My
wait
big
to
client, I
become a
did his stuff
client.
for free for a week. I did his stuff free for a week. I went to him and I said, "Hey, let me help you out, brother." And my friend was like, "You crazy? You wasting all your time?" I said, "No, he gonna hire me. Watch." She said, "No, he would do." I'll be darned. He said, "What do I need to do to hire you?" All you have to do is show people. I knew what I was doing. Sometimes you got to give some a little free. We don't think like that. Let me do something free, because I see you can pay me. You got some money. I'll peep you out. You can pay me. So I'm gonna do something free. Let me show you what I can do for you.
Right.
And that's it. So
you're showing your gift and talent, because it's never really for free, even though it may not have any dollars attached to it at the end. It's got a future and it's got a legacy, and if it has the ability to grow, then money cometh to the body of Christ. Okay.
Exactly. Hey.
You just let your gift make room for you. That's
I was just thinking the same thing.
Your gift will make, and I'm not doing, y'all, what's powerful, all I'm doing is what I did for the foundation.
Okay. And you see
everything. This is how I grew the foundation. Everything that I'm doing, posting, telling my story. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to talk to my audience. You have to know your niche. I know how to talk to my audience. I know what they like. I know what they don't like. I done been through it. I know what to post, know what to post. On my personal page, I know what to post on there. I know when it's time for Thanksgiving, what to start posting, when to start talking more, when to start doing this and doing that. Hey, I need to start posting more this week. Thanksgiving is coming up. You got to know stuff like that. It's a structured way. I've been busy. I don't really have time to be posting, but guess what? I need to be visible. Thanksgiving is next week.
Okay.
So, I teach my clients how to think like that. You can't just be, you have to be visible. So, those are the things that I teach.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it's always wonderful talking to you. And I don't even set goals, because I know that once the Spirit take over, it's going to be what he wants it to be. And I feel that this is being what God wants it to be. Is everybody in agreement, all hearts and minds?
I'm still good.
Amen.
All right. So y'all just remember the 5-star service. This is my little honey child ministries, honey, because they call me a clout chaser. Well, if you chasing clout, then you better make sure you're chasing the right one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You could be running behind a dump truck. But look, we are helping out, and honestly, it's just whatever you want us to do. We're gonna be there in our white shirts and our black pants and shoes, ready to serve, ready to do whatever. And we also have our own little drive going on, hoodies and socks drive for the homeless. We're going to be up at the Chocolate Lounge all day on Sunday. They have an awesome brunch. They got shrimp and grits, y'all. Oh, it's so good. Southern style, endless mimosas. Okay. And we're going to do gospel karaoke. So if anybody likes to sing gospel, come on down to the Chocolate Lounge on Sunday morning. We're going to eat. We're going to sing. Might even have church. That's my vision. Okay. That church will just break out. Okay. And then in the afternoon, they're going to have a Dallas Cowboys versus the Chiefs watch party, and they have a soulful Sunday cuisine up at the Chocolate Lounge, y'all. And if you've never had their food, you don't know what you're missing. It is really,
Wow.
really good. Okay, and all of these hoodies, this goal that I have for these hoodies is going to be to give out even after Thanksgiving. I plan them people gonna be loaded down, but it's not. I mean, there's so many more that come that are not there, that gather because they know McQueen them is coming. You know, I mean, for real, I really do feel like that, I mean, because they know that we're coming in, and it is a special thing, and it is a special day. And I mean, I can't wait, I'm
Me
gonna
too.
go
I'm
to my
excited.
family afterwards, but I will have had my thankfulness and gratefulness moment.
Right.
Yeah. It's gonna be a sight to see, y'all.
All right. Does anybody have any last words?
Well, I just want to say thank you to y'all again. Thank you to my friends. Thank you so much, Honey Child. I appreciate you again for the opportunity. Thank you to my friends so much for just going through this process with me, being here with me. I'm super grateful. I know y'all said these amazing things, but y'all already know how much I care about y'all, how much I appreciate y'all. I think I say it every single time. I hope every moment. It's important that we tell people thank you, I appreciate you, I'm grateful, because that's really what I feel, because I can't do this by myself. It was really stressful when I did do it, honestly, so I just really want to express that again and just tell you guys thank you so much for being part of this mission. And I just plan to give more value.
All right, then. Well, that's our show for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. If this blessed you, please make sure that you share, comment, subscribe. You can see it on Facebook as well as on Listen Honey Child on our YouTube page. And at least 58 minutes of it will be uploaded onto YouTube. But thank you all for coming out. And we're ready. We're ready to feed on Thanksgiving Day, and we're ready to go forth from that day as servants to the kingdom. All right.
Yes.
Good night, you guys.
Good
Thank you.
Good night.
For coming.
Au revoir.